국토 전반에 걸친 전쟁으로 완전히 황폐화되었던 우리나라는 세계 어느 나라보다 급속도로 발전해왔는데요. 그 결과 다른 나라들이 수백 년에 걸쳐 겪었던 인구 밀집, 환경오염 등 여러 문제들을 우리나라는 단기간에 걸쳐 겪게 되었습니다. 하지만 현재 우리나라는 다른 나라의 참고 모델이 될 만큼 이러한 문제들을 잘 해결해내었는데요. 외국의 한 다큐에서는 우리나라가 발전하면서 겪었던 문제들과 해결 방법에 대해 다루어 화제가 되기도 했습니다.
Seoul is the capital and largest city in South Korea. It's considered a megacity because it has a population of over 10 million people. Seoul also has the third largest metropolitan population amongst Asian cities and is the fifth largest in the world. Seoul has been continuously settled for over 2,000 years. By the 1950s, the population was around 1 million people, which grew tenfold by the end of the century. During the 1960s and 70s, Seoul experienced serious urban issues due to the extensive population inflow, such as traffic congestion, environmental pollution, formation of illegal settlement areas, and housing shortages. However, in just 50 years, Seoul has managed to turn this around by resolving various urban problems to grow and advance into a smart city where 10 million people live comfortably today. And it's considered one of the greenest megacities in the world, with 27.8% public parks and gardens. This can be considered a major accomplishment for any city, especially for Seoul, which ranks number 7 in the most densely populated cities in the world. In comparison, Tokyo only has 7.5% green spaces, despite having less than half the population density of Seoul City. In this video, we are going to show you how Seoul City has transformed a traffic-congested multi-lane highway, and we will show you how this green mega project has increased biodiversity by more than 600%. The Cheonggyecheong is a small tributary of the Han River flowing from east to west that used to be a drain and flood protection for the old city centre. It was once a focus of everyday activities for many residents, who used it for washing and recreation. However, amid Seoul's rapid urbanisation in the 20th century, and post-war economic growth driven by commercial industrial enterprises, by the mid-1950s the Cheonggyecheong was so polluted, city officials decided that the river should be paved over, completely hiding it from view, and a sewage system was to be installed. This symbolized progress and modern engineering at the time. Between 1967 and 1976, a multi-lane elevated highway was constructed over the river, which was buried underneath concrete tunnels, hiding a former part of Seoul's cultural life force. In the 2 decades from 1975 to 1995, Seoul's population increased by 44%, from 6.8 million to 9.8 million residents. And the Cheonggyecheong Expressway Road, which ran through the heart of Seoul's Old Town, became one of the busiest places in Seoul City. It was the heart of 60,000 businesses and 200,000 shopkeepers, with a floating population of 1 million people visiting per day. And by the early 2000s, a daily average of 180,000 cars passed along the freeway every 24 hours. The sheer volume and the ever-increasing pressure on the expressway meant that by the 1990s, the whole system of concrete tunnels and roads were deteriorating. An engineering survey revealed structural weaknesses and indicated a need for a costly renovation project. Seoul city government was faced with a choice. They decided against reinvesting in congested traffic infrastructure. Instead, the city government opted to demolish the roads and restore the flow of the river in order to improve the environmental and aesthetic state of the downtown area. On January 1st, 2003, a 2-year restoration project to restore 5.8 kilometers of the Cheonggyecheong River began, which employed 700,000 skilled workers and cost nearly $1 billion. The river was re-exposed and made the focal point of a larger urban renewal effort to revive the ecology, culture and history of Seoul. Traffic was rerouted and bridges were built across the river. Public parks and recreational spaces were also created. The Cheonggyecheong River Restoration, one of the most successful urban green megaprojects in the world. Ever since, millions of visitors have flocked to the site, and the river has become an important attraction again, where art and music events are held. As a result, investment in the downtown area has increased dramatically, with new housing and developments and businesses opening up, which has created more job opportunities in the area. Moreover, the reduction in traffic has resulted in a significant improvement in air quality. Small particle air pollution has reduced by 35%, and there has been a reduction in the urban heat island effect, with temperatures in the river corridor 3 to 4 degrees Celsius lower than areas only 400 meters away, and wind speeds are on average 50% higher than before the river was recovered. These are important benefits for climate adaptation, in addition to the increased resilience against flooding when a city has open watercourses. These improvements in environmental conditions have been accompanied by the return of several species of birds, fish and insects to the restored Cheonggyecheon River. The increased overall biodiversity is said to be 639%. Seoul's river restoration managed to successfully provide habitat for insects, birds and fish and other wildlife in an already densely populated city, which can be considered a major accomplishment. The success of this project has attracted the attention of cities elsewhere, making it an inspiring model for other urban renewal efforts, especially expressway demolition projects and river restoration.
불과 50여 년 전까지만 하더라도 우리나라 국토 대부분은 황폐화되었었고 산들은 대부분 민둥산이었는데요. 하지만 현재는 많은 사람들의 노력으로 나무가 빽빽하게 심어져 있는 숲들을 어디에서나 찾아볼 수 있죠. 이에 우리나라는 도로 등 기반시설이 잘 정비되어 있을 뿐만 아니라 녹지, 환경까지 고려해 균형 있게 발전하고 있다는 평을 듣고 있다고 합니다. 그러면 우리나라의 균형 있는 발전을 위해 힘쓰고 계신 모든 분들에게 감사 인사를 드리면서 오늘 이야기는 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.